Hello everyone who watched this video, my name is Mitri, and the purpose of this video is to tell you who I am, how I have become him, and who I want to become in the future. First of all, I see myself as a very diligent person because I always think rationally and logically. I always make my decision based on logic, facts, and future perspective rather than emotions. In other words, I have a thinking type of personality. I think I become a very rational and diligent person because I have believed that efforts and patience are the key for achieving success in the future. Also, I believe that I'm a very loyal and respectful person because I always try to understand the viewpoint of other people, and I always loyal and respectful to them even if I disagree with their viewpoint. I believe I have become very loyal and respectful because of two reasons. One of them is that I was born in Kazakhstan, which is a multinational country where lives more than 120 different nationalities. So from childhood I was taught how to communicate with people which have different worldview. The second reason is that now I am a junior student in International School of Business. Here I have met a lot of different students from different countries and cultures which have absolutely different worldview, and I study how to communicate with them effectively and how to be polite with them, how to be respectful to their culture. So this is why I believe I'm very loyal and respectful person. Finally, one of my strengths is that I can quickly adapt to different situations and environment. I noticed it when I moved from Kazakhstan to Korea. It was difficult, but not as difficult as it was for other students which I know. I developed this personality trait when I was a child. When I entered the primary school, my parents often moved from one city to another because of their job. I had changed 4 different schools in 3 cities in 4 years. Every time I had to adapt to the new city, new school, new teachers, new classmates. This is why I believe I become a really quickly adaptable person. Of course, as any person, I have some negative personality traits which I don't like. One of them is lack of confidence. I notice it when professor asks a question and I know the answer but I don't answer because I'm not sure that the answer is right, or because I don't want to stand out. I believe this part of me was developed in high school after several wrong answers to the teacher's questions, and after a presentation in high school which was really shocking and confusing for me because it was my first experience. Another negative side of me which I don't like is that sometimes I can be really nervous about my decisions, especially I had to make them in a short period of time. I believe that I have this side of my character because I'm always too worried about my future. I believe that every action which I take now will somehow affect my future, and I have a fear that if I will do something wrong now, it can have long-term negative outcomes for my future, and this fear is the main source of my nervousness with which I try to struggle now. Finally, I think I have a lack of initiative. I know that because the majority of projects where I participated, like the science project in physics in high school, were initiated not by me but someone else. I don't know the exact reason why I become this person with a lack of initiative, but I believe this is because of just my personality and my inborn shyness. When it comes to the communication, I think I have assertive communication style because I always try to clearly express my viewpoint in a polite way and always try to listen people to understand them. Even if I would disagree with them, I try to find some agreement with this person. And I'm sure that other people also think that I have an assertive communication style because I'm always consistent in my behavior during our meetings, and I always try to be logical and rational. In general, I think I have a good communication style which makes people feel comfortable. Um, um, Usually, if I see that someone do not talk during our meeting, I always try to ask this person about his opinion. Sometimes people feel uncomfortable because of this, but I think it is the best way to conduct a meeting, because some people have really good ideas but they don't tell them because they're shy. So I really like the group meetings when everyone in the team can clearly express his opinion, and I always try to create a good environment in the team. I believe we have created a good and friendly environment in our verbal communication class in our team. So that is why we can effectively communicate with each other. In my life, there were a lot of people who supports, helped, and influenced me. However, there were two persons who influenced me most. One of them, of course, is my mother, who raised and educated me. She always supports me and gives me advices what I need, and I cannot describe how I am thankful to her. For me, she always serves as an example of how to never give up and to advance even if you can fail or despite your past failures. Another person who greatly influenced me was my English teacher in after-school courses which I took in middle and high school. The teacher showed me that I can do and I can achieve more than I think. Her lessons was really difficult and sometimes I wanted to give up, but she didn't allow me to do so. As a result, now I can fluently communicate in English, and the main lesson which I learned from her is that no matter how it's going to be difficult, no matter how many difficulties you will have, you can do this if you want, and never give up. Never give up. Even you failed, you should stand up and go ahead and do your best. This lesson really helped me in high school. In last year of high school, I had some difficulties with Kazakh language, and after Kazakh language test, which I failed, someone told me that I cannot do better than this. But I didn't want to believe that, because I already proved myself that I can do this if I want, and I can achieve this. So I worked really hard for the rest of the year before the final exam, and I passed this exam with grade A+. So I was really proud of myself that I could achieve this, and from this time I know that if I want to achieve something, I can do this. I think that everyone has some idea of what kind of personality they want to be in the future, and I'm not exception. Considering of my previous mentioned negative personality traits which I want to overcome in the future, in the following 5 years I want to become more cooperative person who can work with different people from different countries and cultures. I want to become more cooperative because I want to work in an international environment where cooperation is really important to achieve better results in the workplace. In order to become more cooperative, I think I should work more on my interpersonal communication skills, which I should develop more. Moreover, I want to become more socially responsible person who takes care not about his own but also about the society, about the environment. I want to achieve this because I think it is the right way to be a better person. In order to achieve this goal, I should participate more in social events like volunteering, to take care about the other people and about the environment. Finally, I want to become a more creative person, because I believe that creativity is really important no matter where you want to work, because creativity gives you better ideas about the world and about everything what is going on around you. In order to become more creative person, I believe I should increase the range of my interest and improve my critical thinking skills. So that's all about me, who I am, how I become him, and who I want to become in the future. Thank you very much for watching this video, and have a good day. Goodbye.